Hello fellow yarn lovers, welcome back to the craft room. Today I made a pizza bag. How good is that? Oh my god, look at it. It's got a zip and everything and you can fit all your stuff in there, and it's like a pizza and a strap. And without further ado, I'm going to chuck you back in time and show you how I did it. It's going to be half tutorial, half vlog. The instructions are pretty clear, I hope. Let me know if they're not. I will try and elaborate if you need any clarification on any bits, but it's basically a few circles. So let's go. Okay, you have been sent to past me because past me, no, future me, yes, future me, would have been makeup, blah, blah, blah. I've been at work all day, so I thought I'm just going to film this little tutorial slash vlog. It's not like a full in-depth tutorial, but like I'm going to do it in a way that it's easy to edit for me and I can get it out dead quick. And like, I want this for like in 2 weekends time. So fingers crossed it goes well. So if you have seen my full Monty vlog, you will have seen that I bought some hoops. I have my hoops here. I've linked down below where I got them from. It was a night, I can't remember off the top of my head because it has been a long ass day. And Sneaky here needed to go to the vets at like 7 PM as an emergency because she's got a poorly wee tract and she's now on drugs, so she's like well happy. But anyway, I got these hoops. It's linked down below. I'll probably put it on screen where I've got it from. So that's those from the nice lady that does all the amazing cakes. And then for this project, because obviously you've clicked on the thumbnail, you know it is a pizza bag. So this is for our structure. So these will be placed about this far apart-ish. I don't know if I'm going to put wire in between them. I don't think I'm going to need to. So anyway, the hoops, where I will be crocheting in a circle in the yellow pizza colour, and then I'll get to the crust, which will be brown, and then I will crochet them onto the hoop. And I'm going to make 2 of them. They're there. So it'll be like lots of yellow and then a bit of red for the sauce, because we all love a bit of sauce on pizza. Look at Ziggy in there, like a little picture. And then it will be the crust, and then the crust will be around this, so it will look very apt. And then I will crochet a long rectangle to go around the circumference of this. But I do have a couple of things. So I wanted to have a zip. So I've been on TEMU. I don't know if I'll be able to link my TEMU products because I don't know, I don't shop on TEMU on my computer where I edit, I shop on my phone on the app. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use like for the rest of it. So obviously the structure is there. And then I went onto Wool Warehouse, we love Wool Warehouse, and believe it or not, I've actually ordered more cotton. So this is the cotton that I will be using. I will be using this. Oh, it's actually really soft. Like I normally don't like cotton, but you know, so this cotton here, which is the Yarnsmiths Cotton DK, you get 50 grams. It's 116 yards or 106 meters. It's just 100% cotton, and it's kind of like, I mean, it says DK. It's probably like a thinner DK. So I think I'm going to use a 4.5mm hook for this. And then when I've done the circle of yellow, there will be the pizza sauce and the pepperonis. And I might have a different yellow, which I've got in another Yarnsmiths haul, which was on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, it's it's on TikTok. So I'll probably do the pineapples. Yes, I have pineapple on pizza. Come at me in the comments for it. I don't care. It tastes nice. Fingers crossed, I've actually bought enough yarn for the crust. She wants to be out. This has been here for like 4 or 5 days now. So technically it's part of my stash. So I'm stash busting. That is the yarn. That is the hoops. Now we need bits. We need, what do they call it? We need hardware now. So, TEMU. I forgot that I bought hoops in the first place. Then I've bought a zip. I'll just put on the screen, like the screenshot of how much this was. Now this, you can crochet into this quite easily. And this is pretty much like how wide it's going to be on the top of the bag. So if you can stick with me, there is a vision. So it'll be like there. And then you'll like zip and then you'll reach into the bag and it'll be full of all the goodness. I've got a strap. So I think I got 2 straps. This is like it's not leather, it's like a woven type of strap. It's a pretty decent match. It's like a brown, just like basic, like adjustable strap. So I can wear it either over my shoulder or like across my body if I want to. I'll put the price of it on the screen. There it is. So there's that one. I think I did get 2 straps because I wasn't sure and they were like very inexpensive. So I just got another one, which is more like a canvas type strap. So whichever one, actually this one will probably suit the feel of it more. That one's a bit shiny, but because I did think like the zips come in more than a pack of one, the hoops, I got a few of those. I thought maybe even if I just make one bag now, if it's dead quick, then I will do like a bunch of bags, maybe 1 or 2. I did get one more thing. There it is. Right, so these little bits of hardware, let me get a couple of bits out because obviously you need somewhere to put your straps on. So I got a bunch of these. Can you see it there? If I, there's like a crap way to hold it. There we go. So it's like those things there so that I can, where my finger is touching it, I can sew it on. And then it can just, I don't know, I mean, there's some just plain like D things as well. So these, can you see it there? These little D things. And then these will just like clip onto it like that. There we go. So just a few of those so that they can, you know, clip it together. So that was everything that I got from TEMU for this project. So what you would need to do is, like, I'm not going to tutorial this per se. I'm going to show you what I did. So here, look at this beautiful grid. So this is the pattern that I followed. You can start with a magic ring, or because I hate magic rings, or you can start with a chain of 4 and then slip stitch back into your first stitch, which is what I do. There's less chance of it popping basically, but it's a bag, so it's not really going to pop. Anyway, this is what I've done. I'm not great at following patterns, but I know how to crochet in a flat circle. Bear in mind, if you are doing this in single crochet, it is very different to doing it in like half double or double crochet. So you need to make sure that if you were going to make this bag, you would follow this pattern in single crochet, because if you do it in double crochet, it's not going to work. So for example, on this one, I'm going to work up until about maybe this point, and then I'll put a bit of sauce, like 1 or 2 rows of red. I'm not decided, I'll see how it looks. And then I'll do the rows of brown, like the crust, until it fits inside the circle. And when it does that, I will then make it a bit stretchy. I mean, it's cotton, it's not going to stretch very much. I'm going to get it to fit on here. So I'm going to go make the first one. I'll come back and then I'm going to kind of show you what I did, just so I know what I'm doing, because I'm winging this. I'm basically winging it. In a minute. Wow, I look like a ghost. It's currently Friday night. We've right, so I'll show you how much I've done. It's taken up most of the skein. I think I'm about 24 rows in. So I'm gonna take it upstairs. Just ignore my messy kitchen. I'm gonna take it upstairs and I'm gonna like put it inside the hoop and see how much more I need to do. I don't think it's gonna be too much more. Yeah. Okay, it's the next night, so I've got quite a bit done. Sort of. I've been doing my garden, so I've been strung and everything, and I'm all greasy. But here I have started to do the sauce. So it's the size of my face, which is good. I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to show you how big it is. I've literally just put 1 round of like sauce on it. I think I did like 24 rounds of the yellow, 24, 25, something like that. I ended up with 25 like stitches per, like, because there was 6 original stitches. So for each like 6th of it, there are 25 stitches. So 25 times 6 is 150. So it should have 150 stitches around the edge. So that's like the red one, 25 stitches around the edge. 25 times 6 stitches around the edge. Now we're going to move on to brown. I've got this colour here. It is the colour bronze. I think it's probably a bit light, but it's fine. We'll just have to use this one. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I think it matches the zip bit pretty well. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to like switch over. I'll turn you around and we'll talk a bit more. Right, so here we are. I've got a couple of stitch markers because I know I'm like pretty experienced with crochet, but like I needed some stitch markers as my diet Vive. Don't judge me. So here it is. I only wanted a teensy bit of sauce because I'm going to put pepperonis and pineapples on this. Don't come at me again with the pineapples. Yeah, just live with the pineapples. So then I'll put like a couple of layers of the brown, maybe like 3-ish, and then I'll start just crocheting it onto the hoop. So it'll just literally just be like single crochets, but around the hoop. So that's the plan. I'm going to now switch colours and go for the crust. I'm now going to attach this pizza onto the hoop. So where you stopped back at your last stitch of the round, you're gonna slip stitch. I'm gonna get my hook in. There we go. You're gonna slip stitch to like the first stitch of the whole round. So with your yarn in front of the hoop, what you are going to do is go into the first stitch, and then you're going to grab the yarn from behind like that, okay, and then it's going to be fiddly, and then try and grab it and pull it through like a single crochet like that. Okay, you can probably hear the hoop scratching off the table, apologies. And then you'll go into the next stitch like that, and what you're going to start doing is making 2 single crochets into each stitch, because you want You want it to be basically filled up like this one. You don't want it to be gappy. And don't worry about it like increasing it. It's not really going to increase it. It's literally just going to fill up the hoop so that it's not gappy. Okay, this is my long tail that I want, because I want to sew in, like sew around the actual like width of the bag. Right, that's probably long enough, but I do have some of this left. Okay, so this here, I'm just gonna pull that quite tight. I can fix it. I'll just be sewing that anyway. It's not perfect, it's fine. Right, so big long tail, about like 2-3 times the actual circumference of your bag, just to make sure you've got enough to actually sew the width onto it. So yeah, that's 2 of these made now. So right, we have 2 margarita pizzas. It's time to make some pepperonis. Right, so we have 2 of these here, and we need to make pepperonis. So the way I showed you to make the circles, the pizzas, you're literally just going to do that. So I'm just going to drop a hook size because I want the pepperonis to look slightly different. I mean, they won't be different, they'll just be like tighter. So I'm currently working with a 4mm. So this is my little guy here, which I've probably showed you anyway, is what you need. So 4mm, just like basic hook off Amazon. So I'm going to drop down to a 3, and I'm just going to make a few little pepperonis in different sizes. This is just what I used for the sauce. So yeah, I think I'm just going to make them. I'm going to sprinkle them on. I'm going to stitch them on. I'll show you how I stitch them on. Let me just make a few first. And we also have the issue that this is currently the amount of brown that I have left. So the actual rectangle that I'm going to crochet, well, to be fair, the idea I've had is so much better now. I was just going to make like the whole of the width of the bag, like that long rectangle. I was just going to make it brown, so it's like a big thick crust. However, we can do stuffed crust. So I've got a slightly different colour. I don't have any more of the original yellow colour because I don't really like ordering cotton that much. Anyway, so I did have primrose yellow, and that's like the base of the pizzas. And now I've got this one, which is canary yellow, and it's not too different, so it's fine. I'm going to make my centre, like, you know, width of the bag out of this, and then I'll just stitch some pepperonis onto this, so it's like an overall total pepperoni bag. And then I've got my hardware. So this hardware will need to be stitched onto the rectangle, but I'll do that when it's like on the circles. And I need to also put one of my zips into it as well. So I think I'm gonna crochet around one of the zips, and then I'm gonna like crochet each side of it and kind of get the width, and then I'll just do around, if that makes sense. You're gonna see anyway. Let's do that. Right, I have gone all around this. It's actually really easy to crochet into. I went 2, 1, 2, 1. So 2 into 1, 1 into the next, 2 into 1, 1 into the next, because there seems to be quite a bit of gap between each one, because obviously they're not crochet stitches, they're holes. So that seems to have made it nice. So now I'm going to extend that one out that way. I'm going to extend that one out that way until I get the bag thickness I want, because that's not thick enough for me. I would like it to be like maybe this. And then once I've made that thicker, I mean, to be fair, I could just go around in a rectangle around it now, and then I'll extend it out like lengthways. I'll show you what I do. Okay, I have gone round it in 4 rows of single crochet now, so I've made sure I've got the same number of stitches here, the same number of stitches there. It's pretty much, I think it's like 53 stitches across the long sides, and then something like 14 or 15, they're the same. So then I'm going to just make one of these sides go big, 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 until it can go all the way around one of these. I'm just going to show you what stitch I was using for this. I wanted to do like a double crochet, USA terms obviously, that was like not as gappy. So I saw like Nastasia, I've just hit the camera there, I saw Nastasia say about this stitch. So I always start my double crochet rows with a single crochet on top of another single crochet, and then you go into like one of the V pieces and then straight into the stitch, and then you just treat it like a double crochet. So you don't yarn over, you go into one of its little legs, so in that one there, and then straight into the stitch, and then pull through 2, and then straight into its little leg, straight into there, and then pull through 2, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. And I'm just doing rows upon rows until I reach the correct circumference length, And yeah, I mean, it's taken longer than I wanted, but because it's double crochet, it's like going to be a little bit faster than single crochets. That's what I'm doing with that. So it looks neater. Well, not neater, it looks like less gappy, because if I'm going to use this bag, I don't want my little pennies falling out of the gaps. I'm still looking like a scruff, but I've been working hard. So this took a whole like ball, skein, whatever it is, of this cotton stuff, which was, I'll probably keep showing you like this one. So a whole skein of what colour, canary yellow, which is like, I don't know, shade 3166. So I know it's a slightly different yellow to this, but it's fine, I don't really care. I'm getting a bag out of this. So the zip is on, and then I did on those rows of crochet, and then I have just joined it. Maybe I should, I mean, I can frog this and I can put it on the inside. I might just, I don't know. I think it looks a bit too, no, actually, because it kind of goes in like a wave pattern. I'm not doing it, screw it, I'm not doing it. It's fine. When I've got the bag on, people are like, oh my God, your bag's amazing. And I'll be like, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I don't know if that's going to annoy me. I don't think it will. Once it's all stitched together, it should be fine. So yes, I've got this whole thing here, which is like 100 odd meters or something. My 2 pizzas, they're done. So pepperonis, and then I'm going to get my tapestry needle, and we're just going to start stitching things. So with the pepperonis, literally going to make them with my, where is it? I brought it downstairs with my 3mm, so just basic ass hook off Amazon or something. I think they came in a pack. They came in a pack of hooks, and I just use these all the time because they're just comfy on my hands because of the silicone. The way I'm going to make the pepperonis is just with that 3mm, exactly the same way. Chain 4, put 6 single crochets in, and then 6 increases, and then 6 increases, 6 increases. So it's going to go 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, no, 30, 36. My God, you wouldn't think I'm a maths teacher. You know what I mean? Just the 6 times table. Every row will have a multiple of 6 as its roundness. I've been crocheting too long. Right, I'm going to get back to secret yarnery, and I'm going to keep on making this bag. I will show you like what I'm doing to stitch it on, but I did leave these long tails here, so I'm going to be stitching on in brown, because what I don't want is, like, when you're looking at the outside of these, I don't want you to see yellow all here on there. So that's why I'm going to stitch it up in brown. I do have a teensy little bit of brown left. So anyway, what time is it? It's 6 p.m. I want this, if this can be done in like 3 hours, and then I can edit this footage and put it out on Tuesday, yay, that's amazing. And then I can just spend the rest of the week finishing the editing on the cardigans. But I wanted to get this done because I just thought this was such a fun project, and I just want to do this. I want a bag. Anyway, right, let's go and make some pepperonis. I've literally just put one of these on here, and it's like, oh my God, it's actually a pizza. Right, okay, more. Behold my pineapple. It's a chain 3, and then I did 2 single crochets basically for the first row, and then can you see it there? It's a bit fuzzy. And then I did, the next row was 4 single crochets, and then the next row was 5 single crochets. Then I did a row of 5 single crochets on top of that. So that's basically what that is. I think it looks pineapple-y. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of these. But like, how good? There's Chloe over there. How good is that looking? That's looking so good. Oh my God. Let's just put, yes, I'm putting pineapple on. Deal with it. I think I'll make a few more pineapples, and that's 1 pizza, and then we'll move on to this pizza, and then we'll do this bit there. Oh my God, it looks so good. Okay, so I have finished all of the, I was going to say pineapples, well, pineapples, 5 per pizza, and then about 9 pepperonis per pizza, like kind of different sizes. I just kind of like winged it, like I've got some medium ones, I've got some little ones, and then the pineapples, probably some of them look a bit funky, but I mean, it's fine. What pineapple looks like? A perfect trapezium anyway. So yeah, that's my 2 pizzas and the stuff. So I've got a few extra pepperonis because I want to put some onto here, onto like the middle width portion of the bag. So I'm gonna, I don't know, I might stitch a few on, but I need to just kind of see, once it's all together, where I'm going to stitch the little D things in order to put the handles on, because I'm going to have to stitch those on pretty solidly. But yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm going to stitch these on, and then I'll give you an update. I have done this one, it's all on. I'm going to just tie those and knot them and then snip off the ends. But yeah, so we have 2 whole pizzas. Let me just hold them up right there. Yeah. 2 whole pizzas. So these are now I'm going to stitch them to this. I actually used all of the pepperonis I made on the pizzas because I love pepperoni. I haven't got any on here. I could stitch them on after. I'm just going to see what it looks like. But yeah, it's like, it's 9:30 p.m. I need to get this stitched on. And then once it's stitched on, it's literally just the handles. So weave in ends, attach this, and then handles. That took a while. I've got half of it on. It actually looks so freaking good. I'm so excited. Oh my god, it's like 10:30. Yeah, so I need to finish it. I'm gonna sew this up before I go to bed because yeah, I want to do it. It needs doing, and then I need to sew the handles on. Right, okay, round 2. I am so close to being done. I thought I would just kind of show you what I'm doing with sewing this. So that's like, looks like a little accordion. I'm just literally going in with my needle, going through that side. This is going to be very awkward to try and film. And then I'm just kind of going through the next, like, end of the row of the stitches. And then just pulling it through. And then I will go back in. And then I'll just put it back through that side. And that's literally all I am doing to sew this on. It is, as I edit this, I'm probably going to see myself getting tireder and tireder. Anyway, right. It is all sewn up. Oh my god. I haven't tried opening it yet. Ignore my messy table. It's not that messy actually. Right, okay, let's have a look. Ta-da! I just kind of put the ends together and snip them. I could line it, but to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna line it. I could always put a drawstring bag inside it. Isn't that so cool? Oh my god, I've actually made a bag. Wow. Okay, let's stitch the handles on. I've actually done it. Oh my god, look at it. Yes. One on there. One on there. I just kind of put them like on the bits that were at the end of like this because, let me just get this here. Because this kind of stops here. And there was like this, what I did with this stitch made like little ripples. So it's just kind of attached onto the little ripples. So I'm going to go put a handle on this. And we're going to try it on. Oh my god, I can actually wear this for work tomorrow. Oh, okay. Full reveal coming in 2 minutes. And here it is. Isn't it so good? I mean, I know it's like random as you know hell, but it's fine, it's fine. We've got pineapples. You can hardly see the pineapples. I'm just scary and sneaky. Look at the pizza. Isn't it good? I didn't fill in the pizza bits there just because I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I couldn't be bothered. But look, it's like proper dangles and everything like a bag. It's like a proper bag. Should we put something in it? Because look, it's like, it's empty at the minute. I'm just going to use it at shows for like camera, phone, bit of lip gloss. What's around that I can put in here? Will she fit? Of course she fits. Look at her, she's so comfortable in there. She looks depressed. Anyway, so yeah. And then if I do this, it's not too pulley on there. I mean, it's a bit pulley, but I did sew them around and around. So they're not going to be like far too pulley. And yeah, I'm not going to put really heavy things in it because that would just be ridiculous. I'd break my own bag. Come on, little Mora, out you come. I don't want to break her. Oh God. Put her back on the shelf. So that was my bag. Let me know. Would you put pineapples on a pizza? Would you make a pepperoni pizza? Would you make a different pizza? I was going to say a better pizza, but yeah, this is my favourite flavour, pineapple and pepperoni. But would you make a different flavour? And would you make a pizza or would you make a pie? I should make a pie. This actually only took like 500 meters of yarn-ish. So like 4 to 5 balls, because it was like 2 of the yellow, which there was like literally like a piece left. And then not even all of the red, not all of the brown. There's probably about, I'm going to say maybe just a meter or 2 left of the brown. And then obviously not a lot of these like light pineapple-y ones. So yeah, it was like not even 500 meters of yarn, which is amazing. I think this actually cost less than £10 to make. That's so good. Like, imagine if I was going to sell this. Like, if you want to like use this pattern and go and sell things, like go for it, like literally go for it. You probably make a fortune. You don't have to make pizzas. You could just, I don't know, get a really pretty variegated cotton and then just go around and around. I mean, that viral blanket that's going around where people make a circle and they put flowers around it. You could literally do that and you could just stitch flowers onto the hoops. That'd be such a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. Let me know down in the comments because I have 2 more hoops. Try not to let the packets crinkle too much. I've got like 2 more sets of hoops. So I've got, I mean, there's 3 in here. I've played with 1. It's somewhere around here. But I've got 4 more hoops. So would you like to see me make a pie? Should I make that flower idea? I don't know, like what would you do with the circle? Would you make this? Let me know. So if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps. Also consider subscribing. If you've been stalking me for a while, consider subscribing. I mean, it's free. I also have Instagram and TikTok. Granted, I'm not brilliant at updating and uploading a lot, but I've been a lot better. So if you want to go and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, I mean, Facebook, let's just admit it, Facebook's not that great, but there's one there as well. So any likes, follows, shares, etc. would be appreciated on those platforms, and I will try and update a lot more on those because, yeah, I'd be slacking lately. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process a lot. It was so much fun. Definitely considering making a pie bag. That is definitely one for the future. Should we do cherry pie or should we do blueberry pie, blackberry pie, mince pie? Ew, mince pie bag. No, it should be cherries. We'll do cherries. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.